Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Tuan-tuan dan puan, saya ada tengok satu video klip lah yang seorang wartawan terkemuka di Amerika sedang mewawancara Anwar Ibrahim. Dalam klip tu, wartawan tu tanyalah, minggu lepas, dia tanya macam ni lah. Minggu lepas, you umumkan rancangan pembangunan 5 tahun Malaysia, RMK 12 lah. Bagaimana rancangan 5 tahun ni dapat merealisasikan impian Malaysia madani anda? Anwar punya jawab tak ada kena-mengena langsung dengan soalan. Pusing sana, pusing sini sampai cerita pasal Titanic lah, jumpa orang tu, jumpa orang ni. Puji diri sendiri dan cerita pasal dia jumpa Nelson Mandela dah. Tiba-tiba dia kata, itulah jawapan saya dan saya rasa cukup kot. Dalam bahasa Inggeris lah. Pecah perut saya gelak seorang-seorang. Mula-mula, saya ingat Malaysia Now edit video tu. Jadi saya carilah video asal tu dan dengar full video selama 55 minit. Tapi memang bukan edit. Memang betul. Memang lain yang ditanya, lain yang dia jawab. Langsung tak jawab sebenarnya. Yang Minah yang interview dia tu, tunggulah dia sembang kari selama 4 minit 30 saat. Last tak jawab langsung soalan. Sampai kena perli pula dengan pengacara tu. Anwar. Tuan-tuan dan puan, saksikan sendiri ya video 4 minit setengah ni.
Now, just last week, you announced a new 5-year development agenda. What in this new plan is going to help Malaysia turn the corner and realize that dream?
Thank you, Dr. Silva. I mean, since Bob Rubin is here, I must recognize his presence as a dear friend, dear colleague, who showed so much compassion and care in those difficult years. He was an outstanding Secretary of Treasury from major economy, but he was so considerate, kind, and even for relatively smaller economies like Malaysia, he took us as a friend, listened quite a bit. And the only problem with America, everybody hectors, nobody listens. But I say there's an exception. Bob Rubin listened very well, tried to understand our predicament. Thank you, Bob. And all those years when I was assigned to the teaching at Georgetown University, he knew my background, my predicament, and he, with friends like Jim Wolfenson, would take an extra effort to contact CFR and to make sure that I'm quite involved and with the support he gave. Thank you very much. Now, I was here at the time of prior to the financial crisis, or at the beginning. Malaysia was not affected, but it was mainly Thailand, the tepat crisis, and Indonesia. And I think Morris Greenberg moderated the session. And I got into lots of trouble because of that speech in 1997. I started by saying, quoting Speter, a gale of creative destruction. Why can't we in Asia use that period to rebuild, to correct the flaws and weaknesses in the system, particularly issue of governance, issue of corruption, issue of faulty policies. And then I told a story. My colleague, Malai, was then Minister of Finance of Indonesia. And there was the time of the Titanic. So I met him, I said, Malai, why don't you spend a bit of time, relax, and watch the Titanic? He said, Anwar, why do I need to watch the Titanic? I am in the Titanic. So I said, what's the problem? He said, I told the captain, slow down, sir. We're going to crash. The captain says, no, our fundamentals are strong. We go full steam ahead. And that was the disaster for Indonesia. So I cited that. This was related to the then boss of mine, Prime Minister. And he said, Anwar used the CFR to attack the Prime Minister. And the rest is history. I was incarcerated for some years. And CFR was partly responsible. Now back to your question, Dr. Silva. I think what is important, particularly for those who have undergone some tribulations and trials in life. I always relate my experience with Madiba, with Mandela. Soon after I was released, many times I was released, but it's particularly it was 2004. He invited me, Aziza, and the family to visit him in Joburg. And he was very relaxed, cheerful. And they started looking at my children. And immediately he changed. He looked very disturbed, sad, and was tearing. And he said, Anwar, we must be crazy, and no wonder some people consider us mad. So I tried to get him to relax a bit. I said, look, Madiba, yours was a long walk to freedom. Mine is a short walk to freedom. And we are certainly not mad, but I agree with you. We must be really crazy to do what we had to do. I think that should suffice as the answer.
But you didn't talk about Madani and you didn't talk about the economic development plan. So let's spend a little time on that.
Lawak tak? Tun Mahathir yang dah 98 tahun tu pun masih boleh faham soalan dengan baik dan jawab dengan baik. Tuan-tuan dan puan, saya rasa Anwar ni ada banyak penyakit lah. Pertamanya penyakit cakap lain, buat lain. Keduanya, lain yang ditanya, lain yang dijawab. Ini bukan sekali tapi dah berkali-kali. Aduh, apa pula pendapat tuan-tuan dan puan? Sila tinggalkan di ruang komen ya. Terima kasih.